Hello everyone, this is Brian Shirk with another Physio Friday with Adventure Physiotherapy. Today we wanted to talk about some of the new resources that came out of the sport concussion consensus statements. So what I wanted to talk about today is the Concussion Recognition tool. So this is a tool to be used by non-medical professionals to help and assist knowing when there should be a suspected concussion and consideration should be used for removal of play. So essentially a concussion is a brain injury. It's considered a relatively mild one, but can vary in severity. And the recognition tool is just a way of us kind of helping people understand when they should be expecting a concussion or suspecting a concussion, when they should be removing kids from play and potentially seeking additional medical advice. So there's a couple of things that they break it down into. One are some of the visible cues when you should be suspecting a concussion. And this can be things such as loss of consciousness or responsiveness, lying motionless on the playing surface, or when they're falling, not protecting themselves the way you would normally suspect a person to do. Disorientation or confusion, being daisy, blank, or having a vacant look to them, having seizures or fits, being slow to get up after an injury, or any kind of facial injuries that would suspect more of an impact towards the head itself. When speaking to the individual, you want to notice any change in their overall feel of themselves. So if they've got pressure in their head or are experiencing a bit of unsteadiness or balance problems, feeling nauseous or feeling like they might vomit, drowsiness, dizziness, blurred vision, more sensitive to light or more sensitive to noise, having a fatigue to them or low energy, just not feeling right, neck pain, or potentially headache itself, okay? And you would do this after a suspected blow towards the head or towards the body, because we know those whipping motions can cause concussion as well. Also looking at their emotional state, so seeing if they're more irritable, more emotional, more sad, or if they're acting a bit more suspicious not suspicious, but nervous or anxious. Those can be kind of signs as well that you'd be wanting to look for. Also, any difficulty with concentration, memory, feeling like they're slowed down or feeling like they're in a fog. Those are all great things to be keeping an eye out for. In terms of awareness, so if they're knowledgeable about where they are today, what events are they doing or what events are going on, who scored last in the game, what team they played last week, or whether or not they won the last game. These are all pieces of information that athletes should be quite well aware of. And if they're not, we should be suspicious that their brain isn't functioning at its optimal level and that we should be looking at removal of play. So a few things, if we're suspicious of concussion, that we should not be doing. These individuals should not be left alone for 3 hours, so you can monitor them to see if their symptoms evolve or change. Worsening symptoms would be an indication that we need to go and seek medical assessment and medical advice. They should not be sent home by themselves. This again has to do with them being alone, and they need to be with a responsible adult. Okay, so we want to make sure that there's someone with a full cognitive system that's willing to make or able to make decisions on whether or not further medical treatment should be sought, and that especially for the first 3 hours. These individuals should not drink alcohol or use recreational drugs, other than those drugs that have been prescribed previously by healthcare providers. And they certainly shouldn't be operating any motorized vehicles until they've been cleared by medical professionals. Okay, so I hope you guys find this helpful. We're going to attach a link to the PDF below so you guys can view that. If you guys are suspicious if you've had a concussion, the experts here at our clinic are able to diagnose that further with some of the other testing that we're going to look at in later videos. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys have a great day.